around that topic, I want to do like a disclaimer. I am fortunate enough that my journey and my story so far is rather positive, and I have a lot of queer joy that I can tell you about. But I really do understand that this is not the case for everyone, and especially currently there's a lot going on. I don't think I have to name it, but yeah, if you are currently in a place that you are not safe, that you are being attacked, that you cannot be openly queer, that you have to be closeted, my heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to you. I love you. I love you. I love you. You are loved. You are so loved. There are a lot of people that love and accept you. And I really, really hope that things are getting better for you and that you will get to a safer place, to a safer space, that you will find community. Yeah, I'm thinking of you, and I hope I can be loud for those that cannot be. I'm trying to be loud for those that cannot be. So, yeah, you are so loved. So, yeah, I just wanted to give that disclaimer that, yeah, my story might maybe give hope to some of you, or might be relatable or helpful if you are going through similar situations right now. But it might also be hurtful if, yeah, you're not in such a safe environment as I was, or I am. So I want you to be careful and decide for yourself if you want to hear my story, if you want to hear what I'm going to be rambling about or not. With that being said, let's get started. I think, okay, first of all, I will put this flag down because it's kind of getting hot under there, but you know, it's here, and I also have like this rainbow. I have this rainbow, and I have written radikale Vielfalt, which means radical diversity. Radical diversity. I made this shirt when I was like 16 and in my punk era. I thought it was really cool when I did it. Yeah, then I have my bisexual bracelet. No, it's not a bracelet, you know, whatever that thingy is. I have this on for like, I bought this 3 years ago, I think. Then I have a little bisexual lollipop. I had 2 of those, but one got lost, sadly. But yeah, I have one bisexual lollipop. And then I have this earring. A friend of mine made this herself, and she's so talented. It's so cool. And this is like, I mean, it's also kind of just feminist, but I also think it's kind of gay. So I also put this on today. It's kind of gay, I would say. I would argue it is kind of gay. And then we have this little gay heart, this bright heart that is always on my microphone to remind all of y'all that you are loved in every single video. And I have this fruity necklace, no, bracelet, this fruity bracelet, which I also thought was fitting the vibe. So we have a lot of gay things going on here. still thought I was straight. So this was me being a very good ally. And I put this on my wish list, and my parents bought it for me, thinking that I was a really good ally. Yeah, I think that's kind of funny. Okay, where do I start? I think I started, like informing myself about queer stuff or like LGBTQ plus things with the age of like maybe like my early teens, maybe when I was like, or even maybe 11, 12, I'm not sure actually, I have no idea. Yeah, it was never really a topic in my family. I didn't have anyone in my family that was openly queer that I knew about growing up. So, and I come from the countryside, and my family is Christian. It's Catholic. My family is Catholic Christian. So it was never really a topic. Like, I mean, maybe sometimes my parents would be, oh, there's like a gay person or something, so I kind of knew what it was, but it wasn't really a topic. So, like I said, at maybe like 12, I started, that's when I started to get into the internet and watch YouTube and read stuff. That's when I started to engage with like the topic, I would say. And also I remember like my older sister, she gave me like mangas to read. She had like maybe 2 or 3 mangas. It was just, I don't know, magical girl mangas. And she had one Naruto manga. And also she had like one gay story, like 2 gay men. And I think it was a little not safe for work, so I didn't read it at first. But I think she gave me all of her mangas, and that was in there, so maybe that's also kind of one of the first stories that I read. It was about 2 dudes doing archery and being in love, I don't know. It was kind of cute. But yeah, so I somehow started reading a lot of stories, queer stories, because it was really interesting to me. I don't know. But I didn't realize yet that I was queer myself. I thought I was like an ally. It was cute stories. But I thought I was an ally. So that's when I also got the pride flag for Christmas from my parents, which kind of, they didn't know to think about it. Like, they really, really thought I was just showing support, and that's why I wanted the flag. Yeah, but it was, I would say, it was already kind of showing, it was telling how interested I was in the topic at the time. But yeah, it took me a lot of years, a lot of years to finally make the connection. With like 15 or something, 14, 15, I got in a friend group. Yeah, maybe with 14, I think, 13, 14 maybe already. We slowly developed a friend group of like 6 people in school. And when we started being friends, all of us were straight. But we somehow really got along, and we got friends. And now we are 7 people, and all of us are queer. it just happened. It just happened. One after another came out. And that's like the funniest thing to me. I love that. Like, I truly believe that somehow we all felt that about each other. Or like, that's maybe one thing why we were drawn to each other. But yeah, every single one of us was queer, and we did not know about it when we got friends. Like, I think 3 of them came out before me. Also one after another. I think first one friend came out as bisexual, and then another friend came out as bisexual. Oh, let me pull up the flag. Let me pull out the flag. The bisexual flag. I will be talking about bisexuality for now. Yeah, our friend group is pretty bi. So then we had another friend coming out as bisexual, I think, after some time, and I'm actually not sure if they still identify as bisexual right now. It was a lot of like, honestly, all of us were questioning again after like coming out as something, but that's part of the journey. Honestly, that's really part of it. Like, it takes time to have it figured out completely. It really takes time. But yeah, I had like 3 openly bisexual friends with like 15 or something, and that was the age, I think like 16. I was still straight at that time. Like, obviously I still identified as it. I wasn't straight, but you get it. So at the time, I was still straight. And I got into my first relationship. I got a girlfriend, but by the time we got together, I thought she was a boy because she was trans, or she is trans. And so I thought I had a boyfriend, but I actually had a girlfriend. And so I had a boyfriend, and I still thought I was straight. And I think that was also the time that I started experimenting with like my gender expression, I would call it. I always had like the longest hair, but I cut my hair really short, and I think it gave me gender euphoria. I didn't know that at the time. I just thought it felt good, but I didn't even know what gender euphoria was. But I think, yeah, it felt really good, and I also started dressing in like baggy clothes. Like, I particularly like shopping for clothes that are for men, or like wear stuff from my father, from my brothers. I loved that. It felt so good. It felt like a little rebellion to like gender roles, gender norms. But yeah, it also was gender euphoria, I think, looking back. I also started growing like body hair. I stopped shaving my legs and my armpits. I think that was also gender euphoria. And I also like lifted some weights. Yeah. But I still thought I was a woman, and I was straight. But I did also all that stuff. But I was also kind of getting into punk, and that's also like a really queer or friendly or like really queer genre. So at some point I had these doubts in my head. Like, I was really thinking maybe I could also be queer. But I had a lot of like repressed feelings. Like, I thought imposter, kind of. So even when I started to think like, oh, maybe I like women as well, or like maybe I'm not cisgender, maybe I'm not 100% a woman. I kind of didn't allow these thoughts really. But yeah, I was singing to Girl in Red, like I think it was obvious to everyone except me. But yeah, then I kind of at one point I could say, okay, I think I'm not straight. I think I might not be straight. That's what I could say, but I still didn't feel comfortable calling myself bisexual. Like, it didn't feel like it was me, or like it felt like I was an imposter calling myself that. But I was comfortable calling myself not straight, or like maybe bi-curious or something like that. But as I said, it really took me some time to get comfortable to it. But that is okay. That is really okay, and that is also part of the journey. Like, some people just know, and some people don't, like myself, and that is okay. But yeah, then finally, maybe at like 17 or something, I am not sure, I realized that I was bisexual. Actually, I'm not sure if I am bisexual because there's more. But I am bi, and at the time I called myself bisexual. Yeah, so once I was comfortable enough to call myself that, it felt so amazing. It felt freeing, kind of, and like I got to know myself better. I could explain so much about myself. Like, I could explain a lot of my feelings and my experiences from earlier. Like I said, it even like made sense to me why I engaged so much with like the community, and why it felt so good to engage with it so much. And yeah, obviously it was amazing. Like, I came out to my friends immediately. And obviously, yeah, they knew, they were all like, oh, finally you're coming out, I don't know. Or like, I don't know, they weren't surprised at least, and they were really supporting me, obviously, because they were also bisexual, most of them. But yeah, that's my journey to bisexuality. Maybe a year later, or like maybe a few months later, I'm not sure. It was a whole process. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I'm bisexual now, because it was like, as I said, oh, maybe I'm not straight, and like, it was a process. But yeah, after that, my girlfriend came out as trans, and it didn't change anything for our dynamic. So that's also how it kind of had got my like confirmation. But obviously you don't have to date a gender to know that you are attracted to them, or like, you know, romantically or something. But also, yeah, it didn't change anything to me. And so yeah, I had a girlfriend, and the problem was my parents still thought I had a boyfriend, and I didn't like them deadnaming her. So after like a few months, I thought, okay, I need to tell this to my parents. obviously they would be, wait, doesn't it bother you or something? So, I have to say, the coming out to my mom was not the best. I came out to my mom first, and I think I did it the wrong way, to be honest. Like, not to blame myself or anything, but it was kind of spontaneous. She talked about my girlfriend, and I was like, hey, by the way, she's using another name, and she's using another set of pronouns. And so it was like completely out of nowhere, and my mom was unprepared, and I don't know, it was just not the right moment, I think. So what happened, she didn't really understand what was going on, and she was also like, you're straight, and I was like, no, actually I'm not. And I think she was also hurt that I kept that from her, maybe, or like that she didn't know that about myself, and I was just randomly dropping this out of nowhere. And like I said, it was unfortunate and bad timing, and we got into a little fight. It took us some time, but she's really accepting now. And I mean, and by saying it took us some time, I mean like a few weeks or something, not like years. It was fine. As I said, like, she just needed some time, some explaining, some understanding about the situation, what was going on, and she was kind of struggling about like my girlfriend and not dead naming her and stuff, but she was trying her best, and that's what counted to me. And yeah, so we did resolve the fight and everything, and it was fine. And then I still had, I think I told like one sister also, and that I knew she was gonna be supportive. Oh, it was the sister that I got the manga from, by the way. And then there was still my dad, and I was actually really unsure about him because I did not know how his stand was on the topic trans, especially. So I was actually really, really anxious, but I wanted to tell him as well. So I asked him if we could talk. I wanted to give him like a bit of I wanted to do it better like than I did with my mother. I asked him if we could talk, and he said sure, and then we talked, and I was so nervous. But thank God he was really understanding and accepting, and he said some really, really sweet stuff to me. So that was amazing. We had like a really good talk. I am so grateful for that still. So yeah, both of my parents knew, and they were accepting of me and my relationship. My grandma still lives with me, with us, but she's 94. No, she's 93, I think, and she's never gonna know. She's just too old. She wouldn't understand. So I don't know. I will not tell her, and it's fine. Like, my girlfriend came over, but she barely saw her. Like, we were just heading to my room, and I don't know. She probably thought I had a boyfriend. There was no need to tell her, to be honest, and I didn't really have to keep it from her either. Like, I was just doing my thing. other sisters and also my aunts, I had some difficult conversations just because they also didn't really understand like the girlfriend thing and the right pronouns and everything. But in the end, everything was fine. So my family knew and I didn't have to hide anything. Oh, and that's when I could really be openly queer. Okay, so let me talk about my gender identity. I don't have it figured out yet. But I always felt like my gender didn't really matter that much. So I also didn't really care about being female. But I also didn't know if I was not female, you know. So what I currently feel comfortable calling myself is the word genderqueer. Because I feel like I don't fit 100% into the female category, into like just being a woman. But I am really connected to femininity and also like womanhood sometimes. Yeah, like I said, I think I don't have it figured out 100% yet. At some point, I thought maybe I was like a demi-girl or something, like partially female, but also kind of not a bit. But I don't think I have like a perfect label for it. I think, I mean, non-binary is like also an umbrella term for everyone that's not 100% female, like 100% cisgender, I mean. But somehow I am still not 100% comfortable to call myself non-binary. But I am not sure if it's because the label doesn't fit, or like with bisexuality at the beginning, that I have like a bit of imposter syndrome going on, that I don't feel comfortable calling myself that. But yeah, I think I am fine with genderqueer. And to be honest, there was a time where I was like thinking a lot about like my gender identity, but right now it's really settled. I don't know, I don't think about it in everyday life anymore. I think I got comfortable with my identity in general, like I said, in a way that it doesn't matter to me what I am. I am fine with people using she, her pronouns on me. I am fine with my name. What I don't like sometimes, if someone uses like gender terms on me, like hey young lady or something, but it also really depends. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't care, sometimes it bothers me. I am not completely sure if it's like a feminism thing that I don't like it, or if it's like a gender thing. Yeah, but it's just, it's not like that I really get gender dysphoria from it. It's just I'm like, it cringes me out a bit, I don't know. But like I said, there's also still stuff that gives me gender euphoria. I like it when people see me as like an androgynous or something. And I think I still express myself kind of androgynous from time to time. But I guess still have one more thing to talk about. I need to hurry up a little. And it's asexuality. So, it actually was after I broke up with my girlfriend, the one I talked about. It was also my only relationship until now. I broke up with her like 2 years ago. That's a different story. But yeah, it was after I broke up with her that I kind of thought about maybe I was asexual. And I don't know, when I kind of came out as it to my friends, but I don't know, as I said, it was also a process. I was thinking about it for some time. I was reading about different experiences, and one day I was like, I don't know, I think I might be on the asexual spectrum. So I feel comfortable to say that I am on the spectrum. I don't know if I'm like asexual or like maybe I'm demisexual or like, I don't know, I feel like I'm somewhere like in between. I'm not sure. Like, I don't want to get too personal about like intimate stuff, but I would say I am very sex positive. Like, there's not a lot of shame, like I can talk about topics like that, and I am supportive about others, and like I am not appalled to it in general, like the topic and everything, but I'm not sure if I feel like sexual attraction to other people. I'm not sure if I don't feel it at all. Like, I can tell someone's attractive, in my opinion, but I'm not sure if it's like just aesthetically or if I could, like maybe romantically or something. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but I think, or like, I think I might be on the asexuality spectrum. So yeah, I also have this flag. That's something that I did not talk to my parents about, but it's also something I'm not keeping from them, kind of. It's just I don't feel the need to come out to them as it, but yeah, these are my babies. Happy Pride. That's also where I'm ending the video. That's also where I'm ending the video. My fellow queers, or maybe there are also some cisgender straight people watching. I don't know. If you are just an ally, if you're cisgender and straight, please let me know. If you've watched up to this point, that would, I don't know, I'm curious if anyone watched this so far. Yeah, I don't know, or maybe questioning. If you're questioning, you could also let me know. I would love to engage with you a bit, to talk to you. But yeah, that's why I'm ending the video. I hope you are all doing okay. I hope you're okay, you're safe. I hope this video was helpful to you, or interesting, or I don't know, maybe relaxing. I